Sunday, November 20th, 2022. You're listening to Weather with Enthusiasm. In the Buffalo, New York area, 6 feet, some areas at least 70 inches earlier today, probably more by now, and listen to this from the National Weather Service. Buffalo, New York, National Weather Service, 1:08 a.m. Sunday, November 20th, Eastern Standard Time. That's when this was written. Snow will produce very poor visibility southeast of Lake Ontario, especially Oswego County, OSWEGO, where several additional more additional feet of snow is expected by Monday morning. Several additional feet. Additionally, gusty winds today and even more so Monday will create blowing and drifting. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. Here we go. This is off Lake Ontario. Snowfall rates. Here, we're going to start here from the beginning of the paragraph. This is the National Weather Service. Buffalo, New York, written late Saturday night, very early Sunday morning. Winds becoming more west to northwest later tonight and into Sunday. This will push an intense lake band south of Jefferson County into southern Lewis, Oswego, and far northern Cayuga, Cayuga counties. The expectation is that this lake band will be as intense or even more intense than the one that forms off of Lake Erie. Snowfall rates, listen to what this says. Snowfall rates per hour. 3 to 5 inches. Three to 5 inches of snow per hour. We've already read about places that are receiving thunder snow. Here's the synoptic pattern. This was written by the Binghamton, New York National Weather Service, 12:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, November 20th. This part actually was written at 2:52 p.m. Saturday, November 19th. The synoptic pattern continues to be defined by a broad area of low pressure over Ontario, Canada, accompanied by a thick wedge of cold Canadian air. The main upper trough axis and associated surface cold front is currently pushing into the western parts of the Great Lakes. Out ahead of this trough is a broad area of cold air being advected from the southwest to northeast along Lake Erie and Ontario. Lake effect snow bands are persisting around and north of Buffalo and north of Watertown, New York. Much of central New York and northeast Pennsylvania have partly cloudy or mostly sunny skies with dry and cold weather in place. Now, the cold upper trough to the northwest will push east into New York and Pennsylvania late tonight into Sunday morning and veer the overall wind field to the west. The shift in winds will drop the lake effect bands to the south into Oneida County, Oneida, and into the southern tier of New York. Very favorable 850 MB temperatures of 13 to 15 degrees below 0 Celsius over the relatively warm lakes and a mostly unidirectional wind flow will produce well-defined lake effect bands off of Lake Ontario and Lake Erie. The current thinking is that a well-organized bond. Okay, so what we have going on here is these lakes, Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, those two lakes in particular, they tend to get warmer than all of the other lakes because the water is shallow over there. So the summertime temperatures heat those lakes up to warmer temperatures than any other lake. It's very early in the season. There's no ice on the lakes. The lake water temperatures are at least 50 degrees, and we have very cold air going over the lake, and the winds are from the southwest. So it's a unique combination in a certain way. But what's really unique is not really that combination, because these cities get lake effect snow, but it's the extended spell of these winds. What's also very impressive over here is the forecaster's expertise. Usually, there's computer models available where the public could kind of basically see what's going on. But in this case, it's really the forecasters. Similar to a hurricane, it's really the forecasters that are informing us what's going on. You're not going to see it on the European model, the GFS model, any of the models that are available to the public that I saw, even the North American mesoscale. The high resolution rapid refresh model is pretty close, but even that model, I mean, you have to look at, that model showed 20 to 40 inches of snow accumulating over a 24-hour period. You have to look into that model. Perhaps that model got it right. But in this case, you really need expert forecasters, and this is really where they shine.